All right, good evening, everybody. It is 6 p.m., so we are going to begin. My name is Rigo Palacios, manager for the Office of Family Engagement here with San Jose Unified School District. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2026-2027 school year. It's wonderful seeing all the school names pop up in the chat there. So if you haven't already, go ahead and plug in the name of the school that you are representing this evening, and then we will go ahead and begin. The Office of Family Engagement is here to provide resources and workshop opportunities throughout the year for our families with the goal of providing you the information you need to best support your children. This evening, I'm joined by Esme Bautista, our Director of Communications, and Serena Quejera, Manager of Communications. All of us here are excited to start the new school year, and we're glad that you and your family are part of San Jose Unified. Today, we'll be providing an orientation to San Jose Unified, where you will be receiving a very high-level overview of some key points that we hope you find informative as we get started this school year. Whether you're a first-time school parent, new to San Jose Unified, or a returning San Jose Unified family. Some of the information that we will share is intentionally left general so that it applies to all students across all of our schools. Throughout the presentation, you're welcome to add your questions in either the chat. We also have a Q&A feature, so if you type or if you click on the button with the three dots or in the More menu, depending on your layout there, there's an opportunity to ask your questions there as well. We'll try to answer as many as we can. We have, again, all of our schools represented, so we may not be able to answer very specific questions about a school site, but we'll do the best we can. And it's recommended to contact the school directly if you have a very specific question about your child's situation or about that school in particular that we may not be able to provide an answer for this evening. During the webinar, if you encounter any audio or video issues and they don't resolve themselves after a minute or so, we recommend logging off and then rejoining the webinar again so that that problem can become resolved. Typically, that will resolve the issue. We are recording this event, so if you miss anything, you can always catch it in the recording as well when we share it in the next few days. So with that, we will begin. And this is our San Jose Unified School District vision. Preparing today's students to be the thinkers, leaders, and creators of tomorrow. This vision is at the core of the daily work we do collectively, from the teachers, classroom assistants, office staff, and principals at the schools, to our curriculum, transportation, custodial, and student services teams, and more at the district level. Everyone is focused on ensuring that we're doing everything we can to help provide the best environment to support student success and well-being as our students progress through our schools. We have a strategic plan with 5 initiatives that help us achieve our vision. The Office of Family Engagement's work is focused on the initiative of a unified community, which means that we believe that working together with you, parents and families, and providing resources to inform, support, and empower you will help elevate opportunities for your children across all of our schools. The key points that we will be reviewing this evening are the following, and they're on your screen there: how families can prepare for the upcoming school year, introduce you to our academic programs and academic supports, review expectations, in particular attendance and behavior, share some resources for both students and families, share opportunities for getting involved, and point out key district information to review and to be on the lookout for. So for preparing for the school year, most schools have already sent out their beginning of year information. If you have not already received the back to school communication from your school site, you should be receiving it very soon. The communication includes a welcome message with information about procedures for the return to school, such as bell schedule, drop off and pickup procedures, information about uniforms, upcoming special events, etc. And from San Jose Unified, all families should have received communication regarding the annual online registration process in the parent portal, where families are asked to review and or update their household and emergency contact information. To help students with the transition to the school year, it's a good idea to talk to children about the upcoming school year by helping them build a positive outlook and to help reduce any nervousness or anxiety that they might be feeling. It's important to reassure them that everything will be okay, but also provide them an opportunity to express any worries or concerns they may have and help them problem solve about how they might resolve those concerns at school on their own or how to get assistance by informing either their teacher or other school staff. If you think that your child will have a significantly difficult time, you can reach out to your school ahead of time to give them the heads up to let them know. But teachers and staff will be prepared to support students with those first day of school jitters. Many times, as parents, myself included, we worry about how our students may adapt, especially their first time in school or first time at a new school. They typically end up managing very well with the transition most of the time. And again, school staff will be available to support students as needed. With school just a few days away, it is also recommended that children establish or reestablish their school routines, which include a regular bedtime that allows them to get the proper amount of rest, preparing school items such as school uniforms or snacks the night before, so they have less to prepare and worry about in the morning. They should also begin the routine of waking up early, allowing enough time to have a nutritious breakfast and do everything needed before leaving to school for that day. One way to help students look forward to school is by having them set goals for the upcoming school year. This can help motivate them work towards something such as grades, maybe making new friends, or perhaps trying a new extracurricular activity such as participating in a sport or a club. If your school offers a back to school event, orientation, or something along those lines, attending these events will help your child begin to become familiar with the new environment. It helps parents as well become familiar with the campus, the staff, and it helps children get to know some of their classmates. Seeing a familiar face on the first day of school can be a big confidence booster for all students. Across all grades from TK through 12th, the core academics include reading, writing, math, science, or social studies, and physical education. If your students are entering middle or high school, they will have opportunities for electives and additional specialized courses such as art and music, technology, and honors and advanced placement classes, which will appear primarily in high school. Electives and special courses will vary by school site, so it's recommended to contact your middle or high school or visit the website for the middle and high school that you are assigned to find out more about the specific electives offered and the process for adding those to your schedule. If your student is in school for the first time or new to the country and they are an English learner, which means they're acquiring English as a second language, they will need to be assessed for language. If they enrolled last spring or early in the summer, they may have already been assessed. We had students coming in throughout the summer here at the district office taking the language assessment. But if they enrolled recently, they will take a language assessment at school within the first 30 days of their enrollment. Regardless of when they take the assessment, if they have limited English knowledge and the language assessment confirms this, they will be provided structured language support daily to help them learn and acquire English. The students continue receiving this support until they demonstrate grade level proficiency in the language domains of reading, writing, listening, and speaking. On average, for a newcomer to the country or someone learning a second language for the first time, achieving proficiency may take 5 to 7 years. If your child is an English learner and you would like more information, please contact your child's school to find out more about the language development support that they will be receiving there. Our office will be providing a webinar in September focused on English learners and their journey in our school system. If your child struggles academically, they will be provided extra help to get them back on track. This may look like additional help during school hours, where a teacher may work with a student in a small group or perhaps even in a one-on-one setting during class, or it may occur in a before or after school program. If your child has previous schooling experience and there were any academic struggles for them, it's good information to share with the teachers the first few days of school so that the teacher can keep an eye out for this and monitor. It's important to maintain that ongoing communication with your child's teachers to best support your children. Attending parent-teacher conferences, staying in contact with them through email or through the contact platforms that we have in San Jose Unified allows those discussions to occur more easily as soon as you or the teacher notice learning difficulties that need to be addressed. If your child has a current individualized education plan or IEP or a 504 plan, you should provide the school and district a copy if we don't already have it, so that services or accommodations can be provided as included in the IEP or in the 504 plan. If you do not have a current IEP or 504 plan, but suspect that your child may have a disability that impedes their learning, you can inform your child's teacher so they can monitor their progress and work with school staff to provide the additional support needed. You can also request an evaluation for special education services, and the school or district staff will consider your request to determine possible eligibility for those additional services. Additional information about the special education process can be found on the San Jose Unified School District website. During the first days of school, students will be learning about the various school expectations that are in place. And here I'll focus on two of our district-wide expectations, starting with school attendance. Daily on-time attendance is required in San Jose Unified, and it's California education law that requires everyone between the ages of 6 and 18 years of age to attend school, except students who have graduated from high school or who have completed their high school equivalency. That being said, we know that absences, will occur for a variety of reasons, and in those cases, the communication with the school is very important. If your child misses a school day or days for any reason, or if they are late more than 30 minutes on a given day, you must notify the school so they can document the reason for absence or the reason for tardy. You can always notify the school in advance if you know the student will be missing an upcoming school day, or if they will be 30 or more minutes late. If you forget to notify the school, the absence or tardy will be considered unexcused, but families do have up to 5 days after the absence to notify the school of the reason. After 5 days, the absence will remain unexcused. San Jose Unified's obligation is to educate students to the best of our ability. To do that, however, we need them to attend a school regularly and on time. Good attendance is linked to numerous positive outcomes. Studies have shown that students who attend school regularly are more likely to perform better academically over time. Being in school, they can also access learning consistently. They can receive that additional help also when needed. When in school consistently, students develop better positive relationships with their peers, better positive relationships with the school staff, and in the long term, graduation rates are higher when those students reach 12th grade. The opposite occurs when a student begins to miss school time, especially if they're missing a lot of time. Academic performance may suffer because students are constantly working to catch up on the missed instruction. Students who miss school regularly may also have difficulty establishing positive peer relationships and or can develop stress or anxiety due to the numerous challenges they now face. In addition, students who accumulate 3 or more unexcused absences or tardies of more than 30 minutes are considered truant, which can lead to additional consequences if the negative attendance pattern is not corrected. If you begin to have concerns about your child's attendance at any point in the school year, please contact their school office and they will find ways to support you. A webinar focused on attendance, truancy, and chronic absenteeism will be offered later this fall as a support. So here at San Jose Unified and across all our schools, we have high expectations for student behavior. We want to establish a welcoming school climate, a welcoming school culture, and schools use a system of positive behavior and intervention supports, also known as PBIS, to teach and support positive decision making. The expectations are typically focused on safety for self and for others, respect for self and for others, and responsibility towards themselves and for others to ensure that our schools are a safe, welcoming, and positive environment for all of our students. Schools will take time at the beginning of the year to teach the expectations and continue to reteach and reinforce them throughout the year. They will also reward and recognize positive behavior in a variety of ways. We know that students are young, they're still learning and still developing those decision-making skills. So they are provided a supportive environment if they make a negative choice. However, there are consequences in place for students in the event of significant or repeated negative behavior, such as violations of safety, gross disrespect, or any illegal behavior. We encourage you to speak to your children about adhering to the behavior expectations of their school, reviewing the San Jose Unified School District Handbook with them, and contacting your school if you have any questions or any concerns. As stated earlier, academic support will be offered for students when teachers notice they are having a difficult time with the academics. But academic challenges may also be noticeable at home. If students are struggling with homework at home, or they mention to you that they're having difficulty with academics in school, and you know, or they mention that support has not been offered, you can request additional help or a meeting to discuss how you might be able to request that additional help for your child. If school staff notice that your child is having difficulty with school behavior, with making friends, or perhaps stress and anxiety, they may be referred to work with a school counselor. All schools have counseling services available to support students. In some cases, the school counselor may refer you to a counselor from one of our partner agencies to provide additional support. Counselors can work with students on developing social skills or strategies to help with any challenging situations they might be facing. As a parent, you can also request counseling support for them if you believe your child needs extra help with social emotional support. One resource available for families comes from a partnership with parentguidance.org. The services include on-demand web courses and webinars on a variety of mental wellness topics, such as managing screen time, social media, anxiety, and depression, just to name a few. You can visit parentguidance.org for more information if you are interested in looking into those opportunities as early as today. And we will also share information about their services and that of other partner agencies throughout the school year. And as I present and reference some of these websites, either Esme or Serena will be dropping those in the chat so you can copy them or bookmark them for future reference. All San Jose Unified students are provided one complimentary breakfast and lunch every school day. Because of this, nutrition access, many families no longer complete the student nutrition qualification forms. However, students from families who fall within certain income levels may qualify for priority in certain San Jose Unified programs, such as extended learning opportunities, which I'll talk about shortly, reduced application fees, as well as additional benefits from outside agencies such as California Sunbucks. In order to become or remain eligible, the household income form and lunch application must be completed annually. You can complete the application online or pick up a copy in person from your child's school or from the main district office. If you would like to request transportation for your child to and from school, you must complete a transportation application annually. Elementary students who live more than 1.5 miles from their school, or middle and high school students who live more than 3.5 miles from their school may be eligible. Visit the San Jose Unified School District website and search transportation for more information. Schools have a daily licensed health technician who is available to support students with immediate medical needs while at school. School nurses are also available to support and will be assigned to schools on a rotating schedule. If your child has a medical need that beyond that can be supported by the health office staff, they may help you by providing a recommendation for a dental or vision screening or inform you to visit a pediatrician for additional medical attention. If your child requires medication to be taken throughout the year, contact the health staff at your school to find out about the process for storing and managing those medications while at school. So now I'll share a few resources that are available for families to engage with San Jose Unified. And I'll start with Parent Square, which is our district-wide communication platform. And it's utilized for announcements and updates from the schools and also from San Jose Unified centrally. Families will receive Parent Square notifications by email and or text. And you can also download the app and set up your account so you can manage your user preferences, such as language settings, and then how you would like to receive those notifications, such as receiving notifications instantly when a school or the district send them out, or as a summary, which will send you a once a day overview of all the messages received. You can also combine accounts if you have multiple children, or if you have children in multiple schools or even in multiple districts. The San Jose Unified School District website and the individual school websites feature a parent resources menu. And in that menu, you'll find information about Parent Square, such as troubleshooting information, how to download the app, and much more. The next application we'd like to share, which oftentimes is confused with Parent Square because of the name, is the Parent Portal. So Parent Square, again, is communication for families. Parent Portal is the district-wide app that parents can use to view attendance for students in grades 1 through 12, and then grades for students in grades 6 through 12. And having access to attendance and grades can be helpful with you yourself monitoring and discussing progress with children at home. In the months of July and August, the portal is where families will be completing the annual online registration to review information and emergency contacts or to make updates to those as needed. This school year also, report cards are available for grades 6 through 12 in the portal. So every report card period, you'll be able to access those there. And you can access instructions for Parent Portal in the Parent Resources menu of the district or school websites, including how to set up a portal account and tips for troubleshooting any issues with setting up the app. Canvas is a learning management system by which many, mostly middle and high school teachers, will communicate assignments to students and where students will submit some assignments and complete some assessments. Teachers will also upload their course syllabus in Canvas so that students can always refer to the class expectations, the grading policies, and much more. Parents can set up an observer account so that you can see assignment information and completion, which may help with academic progress conversations at home. Teachers will provide more information to students about Canvas at the start of the year. For after-school programs, we have Extended Learning Opportunities programs, or ELOP, sometimes referred to as ELOP. And these are after-school programs available at most of our district schools. They provide eligible students in grades TK through 6 with after-school care, homework assistance, enrichment opportunities, and much more. If the enrolled student, or if your enrolled student is an English learner, if they're a foster youth, or they are enrolled in the McKinney-Vento program, or they receive free or reduced lunch based on the household income, parents will receive an invitation to confirm or decline their child's participation in these after-school programs. The programs operate on the same calendar as the academic school year, and then sometimes the program opportunities will also be available during the summer. In addition to the ELOP programs, there are other programs available in many of our schools run by various community organizations, referred to as After-School Education and Safety Programs, or ACES programs. These are open to all students from grades TK through grade 8, and enrollment is dependent on program space. So any student is eligible, dependent on program space. Some schools may partner with other organizations to provide other after-school enrichment programs, so contact your school to inquire for specific information on any other options that might exist there. All schools have a staff member to either help with interpretation or access interpretation services in multiple languages. And at 20 of our schools, we have family liaisons to help parents communicate and engage with teachers and staff. They can provide Spanish interpretation and can help all families find a community agency or a local resource to fulfill a need that you or your family may have. Schools and the Office of Family Engagement will offer workshops throughout the year for parents and guardians, both in person and via webinar, such as we're doing this evening. Some of the offerings we will offer centrally are ESL classes for adults, so English as a second language opportunities for adults, parenting classes, and webinars on academic and social emotional wellness topics. Please keep an eye out for flyers and for Parent Square communications throughout the year to learn more about those opportunities. And finally, we have a community resource list with services such as housing, food, immigration, etc., all from local agencies and providers available to help you find agencies that might help fulfill a need for you or for your family. The list can be found on the San Jose Unified School District website by searching for Community Resource List. There are many opportunities to get involved with your child's education and with their school. Each school has parent committees in place where families can choose to simply sit in and attend just to hear the information and receive updates. Or you can also nominate yourself for a committee to participate more fully and to help make decisions on program offerings, funding, and perhaps other student supports. Similar committee opportunities exist at the district level as well. If these are of interest to you, we encourage you to inquire about these opportunities at your child's school to learn more about how you can become involved. If you'd like to participate more directly with your child's teacher or at the school site, San Jose Unified welcomes volunteers. Contact your child's teacher or school first to find out what volunteer opportunities might be available, and then you can complete the volunteer process to begin the application. Requirements include the application, principal approval, a TB test, fingerprinting, and then coming very soon, a volunteer training. More information can be found on our district website by searching for volunteer. Throughout the presentation this evening, I've referenced the San Jose Unified School District website many times. The district website is the resource hub where you can find a wealth of information about many of our programs and services. There are quick links to commonly referenced pages, such as breakfast and lunch menus, the district calendar, and a list of links to websites for all schools in San Jose Unified. The website also includes a very efficient search feature, which can help you easily find what you're looking for, so we encourage you to explore it and utilize it as a reference. The website is available in 3 languages besides English. If you have additional questions or cannot find the information you need on the website, you can contact your child's school first, and they can usually provide you the information needed. However, when necessary, you can contact our San Jose Unified main offices at 408-535-6000, and we will gladly help. That number again is 408-535-6000. The San Jose Unified School District Handbook is updated annually and is an extensive guide to our district policies, expectations, and student and parent rights. Graduation requirements, technology use policies, attendance and behavior expectations, discipline are just some of the topics that you can read about in depth in this handbook. The handbook also outlines the district's complaint procedures and other valuable information. The handbook for the 26-27 school year is available to view or download on the district website, and a link to the handbook was also included in the annual online registration information and update sent to families recently. We encourage you to become familiar with it. San Jose Unified School District's Protocol Response Guide was developed to provide an overview of district safety planning and preparation, as well as our response to emergency situations. It describes how the foundation for safety is established through building a positive school climate and providing support to students, and provides detail regarding staff and student training for emergency procedures. The guide includes important information about school safety and emergency action plans, what communications parents can expect in the event of an emergency, and what parents should do in the event of an emergency, as well as terminology to become familiar with to ensure a common understanding. You can find the guide on the San Jose Unified website by searching for safety. One way to stay informed about ongoing events and updates from San Jose Unified is by reading our monthly newsletter. There is a lot of communication for families coming from schools and the district office over the course of the school year. So in an effort not to flood your inbox or phone messages too frequently, the newsletter will be your source for updates and most current information. Each newsletter includes a message from our superintendent, safety news, family resources, and highlights from across San Jose Unified School District. The newsletter is sent at the end of each month via Parent Square, so please keep an eye out for it. And the first newsletter of the school year will be available at the end of August. So here are the key points that we reviewed today. Again, we reviewed these points to try to provide, again, a general overview for families so that it's applicable to families across all schools. It's difficult in the short period of time to try to address all of our schools and provide specifics about each one. But we hope at the very least we were able to provide, again, a global perspective on our expectations and some of the academic programs, the additional resources we have available for students and families that will help point you in the direction of exploring those further. Perhaps also contacting your school site, or one of my goals with these webinars, whatever topic we provide, is helping inform, and then also helping parents determine what additional questions can be asked to seek out resources. So I hope that this perhaps prompted a couple questions that you can take back to your school site, either if not on the first day, in the first few days, so that you can become more informed about how certain procedures and processes may work, and opportunities for you to become more involved there as well. I want to thank Serena and Esme for addressing as many questions as possible throughout the webinar this evening. Again, due to time constraints and the volume of questions, we apologize if we were unable to get to yours specifically. But if you have an urgent school-specific question, again, we'll refer you to contact your child's school, because they will be able to answer provide the specific response for that question. School offices were open as of today. Today was the first day that all staff were back for either training and again, business hours for the school offices. So please contact them during business hours, and they should be able to help you out. If you have general San Jose Unified School District questions, you can contact the Office of Family Engagement at the email on your screen, and we will gladly reply to your question, answer it, or point you in the right direction for getting that question resolved. We truly appreciate you joining us this evening as we approach the first day of school. I know it's an exciting time. It can be a nervous time as well, depending on what each family already has prepared for that first day. But we hope that the information shared this evening is helpful in helping provide an overview and getting you started for the school year. We were recording the webinar, so as soon as it is available, we will post it on the family engagement page of our website. And we also have a San Jose Unified YouTube channel, and we also have Facebook and Instagram pages. So look for the link to be shared across those platforms so that you can access the recording there. We want to wish you and your child a wonderful school year as we get started, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our many upcoming events here from the Office of Family Engagement. So once again, thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful evening. We'll take a few moments to look through some of the questions in the chat, see which ones we can respond to before we log off. We want to wish you all a wonderful evening and a great start to 2026, 2027. Thank you.